Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Even though we live in one of the safest cities in Utah, that doesn't mean we should let down our guard. Let's welcome Gina Miller with Deep Half Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to our table.
Thank you so much.
Hello,
Hi.
First of all, I am surprised she said that so perfectly.
She did. Jiu-Jitsu. That's a tricky
She's
one.
a professional, that's fine.
Yeah. So Gina, tell us a little bit about you before we dive
Okay.
into the studio.
Me, I am a mom. I work as a librarian, and about 3 years ago, my husband decided that we needed to check out jiu-jitsu because my oldest son was in high school, and he decided he was done with wrestling but needed to do something different. So we found Deep Half Jiu-Jitsu here in Spanish Fork, and we went to it, and we took the whole family, so everybody got to go.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so me, my husband, my high school age, well, they were junior high at that time, junior high, and then my younger kids, and we all started with the kids class or the adult class, and then I loved it. It was fun. It's a little bit of chess, and it's a great workout, and so you have to think.
And it's a hard workout. My husband tried it thinking he's seen it on TV, MMA, he could do that. And he went to a class and threw up.
Did he
Yeah,
really?
he did.
Oh, wow.
He thought he could do like the main big stuff.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Mental and physical.
Yeah.
Like good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, explain the difference to me, because I only know how to say it. I know nothing about it. What's the difference between maybe karate, traditional?
Right.
I wouldn't even say traditional because I
Boxing,
just don't
fighting,
know.
or
What
different-
is it?
different
Is it
martial
like
arts
a
and
hybrid?
stuff.
What is it?
That's a great question. So jiu-jitsu is, Brazilian jiu-jitsu started with the Gracies, and it is focused more on self-defense. So it's not striking, it's not kicking, it's, unless you get into the sport, then that mixes in other stuff. But basic jiu-jitsu is focusing on more grappling. So you're dealing with submission holds, chokes, arm bars. It's, if you get in a street fight, stuff you're going to most likely resort to. Especially as a female, if you are in a situation where you're being assaulted and you have somebody on top of you attacking you, you know how to defend yourself and how to get out of a bad situation.
So did you you went with your family, you took one course? Is it like 8 weeks or a full year?
So it's kind of like a gym membership. You just, you go, you can, we did a family pass since there was a whole family.
Yeah.
And we just go, you can go, there's classes Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday mornings, and you can go to all of them, one of them, two of them, it's kind of whatever you choose.
Everyone's at different levels. So if you're there,
Yeah.
and then let's say Natasha wants to join, are you in the same class?
So the adults have classes Monday and Wednesdays from 7 to 9. So the class is from 7 to 8, and you're instructed by a black belt. And then open mat starts from 8 to 9, and that's where you can practice. If you're focusing on something, you can grapple, you can roll with other people and work on stuff and learn different people's styles and how to just defend yourself.
So kind of
and choke
everyone
people
could
out.
be in the same class on different levels, but then
Oh yeah.
kind of like aerobics where you're like doing it low key or high. Is it kind of like that?
It's,
And you just learn as you go?
it's kind of like that. So we do have a belt system, and so you start with your white belt, and you earn stripes as you progress towards colored belts. Whereas in other martial arts, I believe you go pretty fast. Jiu-jitsu is a little bit slower, so it's more like a marathon versus a sprint in that you really learn it. And
Where
it's
are
in depth.
you, Gina, in your marathon?
Me, in my marathon, I am a blue belt. So it goes white, blue, purple, brown, black, and then there's.
And you're like.
I'm a
going
blue.
Full board. You want your black belt? Is that kind of your dream or your goal?
I'm not necessarily focused on belts.
Okay.
It's more just the journey.
I love that.
And the opportunity to just improve and get better. And I want to be the 80-year-old lady on the mat who can still choke out the young guys.
It's like that, isn't it a Nike commercial where this lady is breaking everything, and it was like these records, and she's like 65 years old, and I do think it's good for the mental health. So what was it that really connected you and made you want to stay with the program or with the jiu-jitsu?
I think it's the challenge because I like a good challenge. I like a good workout too. And I like coming out and being like, oh my heck, I am pooped. I'm so tired. But yet I feel great because it was fun. It has one of the best communities. They're some of the greatest guys and ladies that I associate with. They're kind of like my extended family, and in some ways they are my family because they're my jiu-jitsu family.
That's important.
And it's huge.
There's a fun community in it.
Yeah.
But my husband really was into all that, the MMA and everything, but I remember watching a documentary on the Gracies, and I can't remember details, but just that feeling of like, I loved their energy, and I loved like the reasoning behind things, and how they kind of changed the sport of all that.
They have dramatically changed it,
It's really neat.
Okay, let's take a look at one of these moves.
Okay, so if I'm in the parking lot heading to my car somewhere and somebody comes up behind me and grabs me, I can, with my left arm, I'm going to push down on his forearm. My right hand is gonna wrap around and under, and I'm gonna grab my own wrist. And then I'm going to press down and I'm gonna push my hips back. And then I'm gonna rotate in and around and get him in a very uncomfortable position.
Love it.
So how do you go from like wrestling mom to going to the gym, you get hooked, and then are you actually part of the business now?
I donate some of my time, and I teach the Tumble class. That's Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 o'clock. So I teach the younger kids, the 7 to 9 age kids, and we go over the basics. We go over fundamentals, and all next month we're going to be going over how to deal with bullies, and if somebody pushes you down, how to fall in a way that you don't hurt yourself, and how to get away. And for the ladies, we'll be talking about how to avoid a bad situation, and then what to do if you're in a bad situation, and how to get out of it.
And these sound like very specific classes.
These are specific classes that we do in August. The women's self-defense class, and then the anti-bullying for kids. They're free to the public. Anybody,
really?
We offer them free to the public. They can come in, they can check out the gym, check out the classes, see if they like it, and if they like it like I did, they are welcome to stay and learn more about the other classes that we offer.
And where is it located, the gym?
So we are on Spanish Fork, Main Street. It's upstairs, kind of behind MVP Sports.
Yeah.
So we have a kind of a backdoor entrance.
I wanted to ask a little bit more about the women's program. Is it just one night? Is it?
So it's going to be August 10th and August 17th.
Okay.
Those are, I believe, are Tuesday nights. And those are specifically for the women.
And at what time?
At, I want to say 7 o'clock.
Okay.
I think it's 7.
Would you prefer pre-registration? Is it pre-registration?
No need to pre-register. You can just show up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show up in your comfy clothes, or you can
in your
Not in this.
in your workouts. Don't come in a dress.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you participating in that class, or are you going to be helping
I will be
teach
there. I believe I will be helping teach it.
Okay.
I won't be the only instructor because there's a lot of other people who know far more than I do.
And will it be an hour, or should they plan on 2?
Come for an hour, and if it works out well, we can always go longer.
Where can our viewers find out more information?
So great source is deephalfbjj.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited. Thanks for coming in.
fun. Thanks for having
Those
us.
are
Really
super
good.
important. Self-defense and anti-bullying going into August.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Thanks, Gina.
Thank you.
Coming up next on Studio Chatter, with the end of summer upon us, that means it's time for the farmer's market. Stay with us.